manager at Pacific Theatre. I worked with these ladies both in my capacity marketing and managing there, as well as helping with some choreography for Corleone, which was super fun. But the big change is that I have been hired as managing director at Presentation House Theatre. So I go there in January. Thank you. Yeah.
That's so exciting. We love Ken.
Yeah.
You guys
really
should
excited.
introduce
I don't really
yourselves.
know him, so
We're just doing that. We're starting that.
You're not the boss of us.
I'm not the boss of us. Sorry, I'll be quiet. Yeah, and that's my work self. So that's
You also have a book coming out.
I do also have a book coming out.
Yes.
I
know. And you this.
Oh, great.
So you had to be here for the first part. So you have to catch up on that.
So the book is called Feeling Better, A Field Guide to Liking Yourself. And it's basically, it's like a self-help book, which I just started to be able to say without being like, the physical shrinking. Basically, it's sort of a documentation of the different just habits and practices that I did. I used to struggle a lot with depression and self-loathing and all that stuff. And the things that helped me learn to like myself. And I say like myself instead of love myself, because that can feel super overwhelming, especially when you super hate yourself. So like, let's just get to like. Let's like ourselves. And then and for me, that was the root of a lot of my depression. So then that really helped get through that as well. So that's the book.
When does that come out?
It comes out February 4th.
Where?
On the internet.
Yeah.
So I'm doing self-publishing, so it's going to be available through like Indigo Online and Amazon Online as a hardcover and an ebook. So you can get both versions.
Sorry, the 4th of
February.
4th.
February. Probably pre-sale sometime in January. That hasn't been set yet, but then I'll be asking everyone to buy books then, so that it looks really successful when it's officially published.
I know all about that.
Yeah. So big. Yeah. So the new year is going to be wildly new for me. Publishing a book and a brand new job all at the same time. My first new job in over 10 years. So.
Wow. You've been with Pacific Theatre that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that writing this book has, obviously that, I think it's a cheesy question, but I guess like there's a reason why it's happening all at the same time. You had to make some changes, you had to write a book, you had to put it out there, and now it's coming to fruition and kind of like a beautiful snowball.
That's a much less overwhelming way to talk about it. I love it. It's a beautiful snowball. Yeah, I mean, the book process was really way longer than like I even thought it would be beforehand, thinking about like writing and publishing a book, because it was, probably about 5 or 6 years I spent like slowly noodling away at writing it, and then finally had the guts to be like, okay, I should do something with this, and then being like, no, I won't. But I think probably it's not a coincidence that around the time that I had the courage to actually be like, yes, I'm going to put this book out, I also had the courage to be like, yes, I can make other changes in my life at the same time at this point. Yeah. And I think that connects to what you guys were talking about before about, I just came in at the end, you were talking about like women doing things when we're ready. And this is one of those times when I feel like, I think the book, I waited until I was ready, and I could have just done it earlier because I wanted to earlier, and I didn't have, I was just, insecure and all those other things. But the job was sort of like, I was like, I didn't really feel ready. I don't really feel ready, but I'm doing it. So that's not mine. But anyways, who are you guys?
Okay, so I think what Kat was asking us to do is to introduce ourselves for those who have
just joined us.
YouTube. So this could be the moment where we all introduce ourselves and in turn let you know who we are. And yeah, so I know everything about you except I did not catch your name.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I'm like, okay, a book. And then
We'll just
Your
become
job.
best friends and you'll have no idea who I really am.
That happens
It's-
sometimes.
it's
You
happened.
work with people for months and you're like, this is way too
I don't know
awkward.
her name.
And just go, hey, you.
Yeah,
I love
you.
you.
Just really hope there's an opportunity where they have to introduce themselves to someone. I'm Andrea Loewen. Is my name.
Andrea, lovely to meet you. I'm Elizabeth Anderton. And
I'm Bailey. You're so cute. I'm Bailey. Nice to meet you. And we are The Color Productions together.
we started our own production company.
Cool.
We're alumni from the school where Kat used to teach and Bronwyn still teaches.
Love it.
We're alumni and there was a whole spiel where we compare ourselves to Kat and Bronwyn. You missed it all.
Wishfully.
Yeah,
Just
I know,
looking
it all.
into the future, yeah.
I don't know them very well, but I get it.
Yeah. Like, to the point where we laugh about the fact that we have the same height. It's just it's great. I love it. So we are alumni students who started our production company, and we are putting on a play. It's called The Dreamer Examines His Pillow by John Patrick Shanley. And I am directing it. It's my directorial debut.
Cool.
Terrified and excited, mostly terrified.
Women in directorial.
You're doing it,
just doing it.
Just doing it, and
Even if you're not ready.
because I want to. I'm doing
want
it.
it.
Oh my God, thank you. I say it, but I don't think about how it applies to me. And Bailey is one of the actors in the show. So it's we have the chance to book the theater for free, and because of that, we obviously do all of the other jobs ourselves. It's a lot. That's mostly what happens with the projects that you do for the first time,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
You're building everything.
You understand. I am writer and editor.
Yeah. Every single thing.
Yeah.
What theater are you doing it in?
We're doing it at Go Studios.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So it's school creative, and it's at 3rd and Quebec, 112 East 3rd Avenue. December
Which will be
12th.
written on your ticket, which you can purchase.
Tickets.
You can purchase your tickets, and you should.
Yeah.
You should. But another way to acquire tickets to the show is to make a donation to Classic Chic's fundraiser, because we have been gifted 2 tickets to the opening night, which is December 12th. December 12th at Go Studios, and a lucky donor this evening will be put into the hat and perhaps be drawn out to be the winner of these tickets. We have couch prize leaving away and that sort of thing. So it's another way to get your tickets, or on brown paper tickets, or both.
Donate and buy tickets.
Just entertain friends, because hello, beautiful Christmas present, right?
I want to do a quick shout out. One, Carmel, thanks for joining us. She said yes and enjoying. Big love. Thank you. And a big thank you to another donor or donors, Jen Spence and Ben Ratner. Thank you so much for your donation. We just got it, and we're on almost $1,400 for today. Thank you so much. All of this is adding up, and we really, really appreciate your donation. Thank you.
And
Big
how
love.
can you donate again?
You can donate by going to our website. There is a link which will take you to a PayPal page where you can make a donation. Our website is www.classicchic.ca. 2 C's in the middle, classicchic.ca.
Yeah.
Or you can, if you are watching this, and you can share this link, text this link, email this link, this YouTube feed. If you go down below the video there in the More section, all the links are actually clickable there. So you can go to our website. You can e-transfer us at info@classicchic.ca if you prefer to just do it straight from your bank account. And that will be processed and brought into our account that way.
Yeah.
You can also just send us checks, you know, you can do all these things. But that won't put, I mean, I guess you'd have to like take a picture. How would they prove to get?
Yeah.
You could just,
yeah.
you would go on faith if you said you were sending us a check.
E-transfers, I think people don't even have, lots of people don't have checks
True,
anymore
because it costs you money to write them.
If you just do an e-transfer,
You
you can e-transfer to info@classicchic.ca if you don't have a credit card, or don't want to use your credit card, or the PayPal account. And like Karina said, just below this screen that you're watching, there's a description of what we're doing there. If you can't see all of the text, click more, and there's clickable links to our PayPal donation page, or the reminder that it's info@classicchic.ca if you want to do an e-transfer. If you have any difficulties, let us know. You can chat, you can tweet us, you can Facebook us, or if you have
Email
questions
us.
for us.
What's
email
your
us.
handle?
The Twitter is
Yeah.
@ClassicChicProd.
So it's like what you're seeing down at the front here,
Oh,
our
really?
little analog
So
piece of paper
clever.
here, but instead of the
Yeah, so
hashtag,
clever.
it's the at. These are things I don't really understand, I don't do. I know, it's a thing, it's a whole
right
thing.
next to you.
It's a whole
You
thing.
are not alone.
No, it's
Yeah,
a whole
you
thing.
are not
There was
alone. It's a whole separate.
there was some peer pressure
It's a
today
monster.
coming from that direction. Look, you know, like trying to get me to start a Twitter. I'm like, but
I know.
why?
I am
It's another
ashamed.
tab that I won't. I can barely do Facebook. It's too many tabs.
It's true. I've been starting to do more Twitter because it's something that writers do a lot,
Yes,
and so it's a thing to try and like connect with the editors. Or I don't even. I'm so bad at
These
all
are
this stuff.
brilliant tools.
But
I just can't. When I'm ready,
There you go.
I will do the social
Because you don't
media.
have, you don't have to,
But I'm
or
not
when
ready.
you actually want to. You obviously don't really want to. Because it's a whole other, it's a whole
I
other
walk
beast.
around
I need to
thinking-
feed it more
Yeah.
often than you have to feed the
There's
other
enough
ones.
overwhelm moments in my life. I don't need more coming at me.
I like Instagram because it's just a photo, no explanation required. You know? But
Oh, that's nice. You
Yeah.
went to a park.
yeah. Who knows what happened that day? No more information. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us more about your book.
Oh, well,
You said that it took 5 to 6 years, right?
about that long probably, yeah.
So
Yeah.
how did it? If you don't mind,
Not
I'll
at
ask
all.
you, and obviously it's up to you. I'm just curious because of the subject of the book and what it is about. Were you still going through certain certain process within you? If you know what I mean, while you already were writing it, you already had an idea that you wanted to write about it even before you knew what it was gonna look like, you knew what it was gonna end up, you just started writing? Like how did those
How, like,
I'm
actually
writing, but
happened.
what I'm writing, I don't know yet. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
totally.
curious for me to ask a writer to find out what's it like. Tell me what's it like.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I am the all-knowing one who completed one project. So basically, I had gone through the work of the things to work through the depression and the self-loathing before I started writing the book. And so I had sort of gotten through onto the other side of that. And then I had like the absolute most crushing heartbreak of my life. And it was one of those ones where you're just like kind of decimated. And I started writing it then because I needed to like remember the things I had done in the past to help me be like a whole person. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just write down, this is the thing. And that helped sort of help me remember those things and like basically remember that like, oh yeah, I am a person with value and I am like a lovable person.
So
even
the
if
writing
this happens.
itself helped you.
Yeah, it was like because I'd already done all the things, but yeah, to kind of be like the reminders. And so I think I had an idea of basically what the structure of it is, which is that each chapter is its own, like an individual practice or an individual thing that I did. Like there's sort of the basic like cognitive behavioral psychology stuff, and then like sort of a hacked gratitude practice I did, or some other things that like help. So each chapter stands alone. So that's kind of so I kind of had an idea that that's what it was going to be when I started doing it, and then just like, and then just use it to like save my soul. So yeah, like writing it really helped me get back to being myself again after that like pretty terrible
And then a different kind of.
breakup scenario.
Oh,
And it's like, I'm realizing now as I say this is hilarious. It gives me some feminist angst actually, because I'm like, I talk about this a little in the book, the catalyst for me realizing I had like value in the first place came from a situation with a different boyfriend. Granted, it was like me realizing that I liked myself better than I liked him, which is like not good for the relationship.
Sometimes, it happens.
Yeah. But then I was like, wait, if I like myself better than I like him, I must like myself. That's weird. What does that mean? And then so that was like what catalyzed that whole thing in the first place was kind of because of a boy, and it was kind of because of a boy that I wrote it all down into a book. So
I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't see it
interesting.
as I see it. It's love.
Mhm.
It's love. I don't know. Just a little bit. Did you want to say something, Brahma?
I just want to stop in here and say big thank you, big love to Erin for your lovely donation. Thank you, Erin Neal. We love
Erin
Neal.
She's my assistant director. She's I take personal credit for this.
Yes, thank you, Erin.
Sarah. How do you pronounce Sarah's last name? Martinick. I hope I'm getting it right. I know we see each other at Go Studios and you work at Pacific, and Kat filled me in and everything. We thank you so much for your donation. We just got notification of that as well. So you're doing fabulous. Thank you. We really appreciate all these donations. As we're ladies. I just wanted to say, I grew up with my father. My views are sometimes I equality, and I want it to be equal sometimes. And sometimes I get scared when women are very strong. It scares me. I didn't grow up with that, so it's like it's a little bit different for me. And I see value in equality, but I do also understand that there needs to be a point where we do overpower to then find that equilibrium. Right? It has to happen. I think that's it's natural. That's how it has to happen. But when you tell me that story, it's love that made you do that. And it was with somebody who you were interested in, and in this case, it's a relationship with a man. If you were gay, it would have been a relationship with a woman, right?
True.
So I think
It's really a relationship.
Yeah, it's really a relationship. Yeah,
How we always learn about ourselves the best, right?
Yeah.
In all romantic and non.
Oh, totally.
Work, friends, caustic.
Yeah.
Like all of it, we learn, it's always, I think, if we're reflective people, and we are.
If you're what I'm bringing into my life, what am I putting out there? Yeah.
Who am I calling to me right now? What can I learn from that? Or who can I not call to me right now?
And you said you do have a name set already for the book?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called Feeling Better, Feeling Better, A Field Guide to Liking Yourself.
Like it.
The name of it. Yes, so go to feelingbetterguide.com and sign up for my newsletter.
we would be sharing it for those people who know our Facebook page. We will be sharing.
Oh, Erin.
We'll all cross love each other somewhere.
Absolutely.
I'm sit down here and do it.
So what your chair? Would you sit on the elephant?
And
there you go.
speaking to the, ready or wanting, at what point did you feel like you're ready to release it? Was there a specific moment in time
something happened.
Or like, I'm ready to share this?
What was this? Can you give me the title
Oh,
again?
yeah.
Now I'm here.
The book title is Feeling Better, A Field Guide to Liking Yourself. And the website for the book is feelingbetterguide.com or feelingbetterbook.com. Shoot. Oh, this is terrible. I think it's feelingbetterbook.com.
I like that.
Because we wound up. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. See, there
Feeling
you go.
Better Book, not Feeling Better
Feeling
Guide.
Better Book.
FeelingBetterBook.com.
Sorry, the Instagram is Feeling Better Guide, which is just annoying because someone else created an Instagram called Feeling Better The Book right at the same time as I was making mine. That means there's another book. I don't
Coming out real soon.
But their Instagram isn't as good, so
She didn't say it.
oh, just their Instagram. I'm sure the book is great.
It sounds nice. Feeling Better Book. I was gonna say, was nobody else claimed that name? That's so
As far
crazy.
as I could tell.
It's a book that makes you feel better.
It's just feeling better.
I love
Yeah.
that.
It's really nice. It's simple. We're all for simple. Yeah, titles are, I find, like the scariest, hardest thing. So I had several like
Inspirational
small like focus group people be like, what do you think it should be called? Yeah.
We had mentioned that actually before you came in. We were talking
talked
about
about our
finding
names.
our name as well, and it's
Right.
just fun. It's because there is a lot of pressure,
Oh yeah.
right? You have all these people telling you, "Oh no, that's not. It sends this kind of message, or isn't is this maybe lacking this color or this spice, this ingredient, whatever." But then you just have to go with what your gut says. Well, if you wake up and you're like, "It's the Feeling Better book."
Yeah. Well, my friend Jen Pilak, who's brilliant, was kind of helping. She was like, for these titles, because I had a few other titles in mind, and she was like, no, you want it to be what the reader needs to feel, like what they're trying to get out of it. So,
It's
resonate
her.
for you?
It's not me. This is full credit to Bailey Olson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was all simple. I was like, we need a simple name, like
Apple is taken.
right? I'm like, Apple is taken, but it's so simple,
Right.
right? Because I'm sorry, we're not promoting Apple.
They don't need promotion.
No.
Although
Okay,
if Bronwyn rotates just slightly.
She will promote Apple. I mean, most arts people are just in this tribe, like
Yeah.
the technology we all get.
But yeah,
I can't personalize this enough, so I'm just gonna go with what's the colorful one? Like
Yeah.
So I was all for simple things, and Bailey stepped in and she said, "Okay, let's put a pin in that." Because I was like, hair production. So I was all about fruits, right? Simple. I wanted something super
Come
simple.
back to your message.
So she's like, okay, so let's put a pin in it. No, she didn't tell me we gotta remember the message. She asked me, what is our message? Who are we? What is it about our projects? Like, let's go big and then keep getting more and more specific.
Totally.
What is it that we want with our projects? The first very good point that she brought, it's a female-driven company. Right, and now that we're producing, it's a female-driven cast. The crew, not cast.
I was gonna say they definitely.
Yeah. So
yes.
we have men because we have to have men, and it's not like we're only.
I think you're like the wrong.
Oh my god!
So
From the web show.
Just saying, you have men because you want to have men in your production.
Yes.
You don't have to have men.
Okay. Yes, you're absolutely right. I will take that.
Although to be fair, it's written in the rights. Just as a side
Then
note.
we want to do that particular
let's do
play.
an all
For
female production.
anybody who is interested from a production side, we were considering a lot of different things with the script. Like you guys were, but
Shanley hasn't
I'm
it
very-
rights? No changing. No, is it changing of the gender or just because we don't change the gender, right? We perform the men as men.
that's actually a very good question.
Oh, that's a
But
good question.
like when we
you're
did
right,
Glengarry, we
Guys,
could do
got
it
another
as
donation.
we could do an all female cast, and we could even perform it as women if we wanted to.
I see.
But you
That's
could not change any of the pronouns. So it became a different question about what was the piece for us. But that's not.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you're right.
Thank
You're
you
right.
to another
Right.
donor, Caitlin Williams. Thank you.
Oh,
Caitlin.
Big love.
Thank you.
You love her.
That's a very
That's
actually,
true.
that is a very
Yeah,
good
that's
question. And that
wonderful.
just
Thank
that
you
does
so much.
speak to how easy it is to go down that
And that's it,
path.
right? You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get so trapped into it's like the simple things like, well, we
Well,
have men in the
how
cast
do you
because
feel
we
like
have to
that
have men in the
You
cast.
came from
No,
Russia.
I didn't know.
It's okay.
Not at all.
But
It's
exciting.
it's one of those things where you start to kind of go, oh wait, we can. We as a company were having a discussion with an artistic director, and there was a sort of a similar sentiment. There's this piece that is kind of, it's got lots of men and it's kind of difficult and feel bad about it because there's a lot of men and we want to put more women on stage and, well, what can we do and can't really, it's like, well, you could women play the men on stage. And we've been having this meeting representing our company, talking about the work we've done. We've been in this meeting for like, I don't know, half an hour or something like that, right? And then it was just like, that moment happened where
Oh my
this
God.
just went, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I get it. Oh, I could. It's like, yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. You really could do that. It might not be what you want to do. It might not be your aesthetic. It might not be like, but it's an option. It's just another door that can open.
It's a lesson.
That's all.
It's good that we came to you and while we're promoting our first production.
Not to say that men don't have a right to be on stage.
Not at all. It just shows that it's open. We now can do those things.
You
But
can.
It's not, but it's not a.
And then we don't have a patent on it. No.
Treasure, you're like,
We should do it. In
sorry.
fact, I know there are productions coming up in April. There's a production happening at the Jared Park Center where some of the cast male roles are going to be played by females.
That is
very cool.
That is, and I'm not sure if I can talk about it. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say about it yet. I don't know.
But I love that reminder of like, just that we can even just ask ourselves the question, like, do I want women to play these roles, or do I want this or that in a totally different realm? Another little side thing I've started doing I'm doing for two of my friends is being a doula, of all things. One of my best friends is having a baby and she's a doula, and before she got pregnant she was like, you'll be my doula, right? And then she got pregnant and I had to do it. Great opportunity.
Let's learn
Doulas are
I do not
basically,
know what that word is.
it's basically, I think it's always a woman. I think it's supposed to be. Like you're there with the woman who's giving birth the whole time, and you're just sort of there to help take care of her and like stress relief.
Management.
That's how I've always understood it.
Like with
Sort
men
of,
running
like
on
not in any ways to replace like medical pain management.
No.
But they're
It's a partner.
to help.
You're
Is
partnering with the woman.
Exactly. It is
And
a job.
it's not the same as a midwife.
No, because I'm doing no
doulas-
medical
no,
things.
when you don't deliver the baby, although I would imagine that some doulas do go that far, but yeah, it doesn't have the medical side of it because there's the different kind of qualifications from being
Exactly.
midwife. Because
And part of the thing is that the midwife or the doctor, they're concerned with kind of the waist down side, right? They're trying to make sure that everything's going right, so the baby will be born healthy, all of
the
that.
whole holistic, the whole.
Yeah, and you're just there kind of with her just to make sure
And
she's
during the
doing
pregnancy
okay.
as well, right?
Yeah,
Just talking
yeah.
about
Just
it
talking
and
about,
maybe
like-
massaging and maybe doing
Yeah, just kind of you're like the constant, because even if she has a great partner who's going to be there with her too, they're stressed out, they don't really know what they're doing. It's really hard to watch your partner go through that kind of pain, even if or whatever, if it's traumatic in some way.
Another
Sorry,
donation.
another-
But I
Hands
just want
to
to
the
say,
mouth.
this is my signal that there's the people that are watching, they probably can see the chat, but I wanted to share with the people here that Caitlin Williams says, love you, chicks. Just got home from a long day of work. My favorite kind of doing nothing is having a bath. So in solidarity with you all, I tuned in from the tub.
Yay!
Haha, that's kind of weird. I know.
You know what? Don't let the computer fall in. That's all I want to make sure of this. So we're somewhere
Careful
else.
with the phone.
It would only be maybe even borderline weird, and then still arguably not if we were the ones putting it together.
Right. It would be
Next
a different
time.
kind
Let's do that for the next one. Like,
It's a hot tub.
It's just a different
Tub
kind
of
of
fundraiser.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
And coming back to that, so is there, I can imagine there would be an emotional support element. And
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I think what a large part of it actually is. What they said when I took the doula class is basically you're like, you bring your heart and your hands. So you're there just like to be there and like loving and emotionally supporting the person, and then hands more for like maybe some massage or
Ice chips.
Yeah, ice chips. Also helping the partner if they're freaking out, if you're like, here's a helpful thing you can do right now and that kind of thing.
I think
The reason why I brought that up is because I met with a friend who asked me to do this for her as well, and we were talking about what she wants out of her birth and all this kind of stuff, and all of a sudden she kind of went, and a light went on. She's like, oh,
I should change.
I have choices in this. And like I was like, yeah, like if they ask you to do something, you don't have to do it. If they, all of this is all your choice. And if they tell you something, you can ask why and all that stuff.
Yeah, and if you can't, that's why you talk about it with your doula and with your partner, and you know, to make your birth plan, which can change, but
of course,
but there's someone to advocate if the labor land has got you. You know, there's that whole no,
You got somebody there who is
yeah.
not going through a hormonal.
Or even just somebody to
tornado.
support you through those really tough contractions where you know from your conversations and your relationship already that they really don't want the interventions.
Mhm.
And it's almost like some people do set up code words and like that kind of thing. Like, no, I when I say yes this time, I really mean yes, please give me that. But sometimes it's you know, and there's the way to help sort of breathe through it and get through it and support to help advocate and to advocate for, right?
Totally. Yeah.
In conjunction with everybody else that is doing the same thing. They're different little.
But they all have, everybody's got their little lens,
and you're looking at mom.
Yeah.
How's mom doing?
There with
How
mom.
am I gonna help mom?
I love this so much.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I'm so like
You
about
should
that.
just
I'm like, is there a
Yeah.
job? Is there a job? Can
I
I?
love that you're doing that. You did that because I know a lot of
think I'm gonna
women
do
that are
that.
starting to do that. They're like, they were going to go into medicine. They were going to go, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, this is what I need to do.
This is a sign.
sign.
You know, this isn't like a job for me. I mean, unless I attend my first birth and I'm like, my life has changed.
Yeah.
This is all I want to do. But it really is just like, I promised my best friend I'd do it, and now I'm doing it. And I'm very honored and like obviously thrilled to be part of it. But it is a job. Like my friend who I'm doing it for is a doula for
You
a
don't
living.
understand what's happening right now. I'm sitting here full of serendipity.
I know.
Because I yesterday was comforting somebody that I didn't know who that person is, and I was just there with that person for half an hour, and I felt so much energy go out, but then an hour later she came and hugged me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm melted. Right? So everything that you're saying is just that's like on another level. So thank you for. I'm like.
Totally.
This sounds like I can't. Yeah.
I love it. Oh my goodness. And you know what? It's such a good job if you're like being an artist or something. Well, good and bad, because anytime around the labor, like when she gives birth, I have to like not go to work that day or do whatever. So you can't like be in a show and be like, oh, sorry, I've got a birth. It is also, I mean, if you're able to arrange your work around that, it's great. It's, you know, it's like there's the birth, which you have to be available for, and then other than that, it's meetings and whatever. And people make a living doing this. They do. And it's very accessible to get into because it's not medical in any way, so you don't need really a lot of specialization.
Yeah.
There's like a 1 weekend course
I'm listening.
that I took for like, I think it was about $400 for like the basic intro course, and then you're like, you can do it. You can do it without the course. It's not a legally regulated thing.
No.
Right.
But because then you would just literally be like, I'm your friend and I'm here with you.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
Which I've done. I was at a friend's
Right,
her
yeah.
birth. I take the course, and I just was there just with her. But I knew her well enough to be like, I think you need me to straddle the tub right now and push on your hips. I don't know why. I just think that I, you know, need you to do this.
Connection,
You know?
you can tell.
What do you need? Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do about that.
I think it's so important to acknowledge, to have a position right?
Yeah.
You said sometimes it can be very informal, dedicated to that element of that person's health, right? So that they're not, because in a way, it gives that person, you know, permission to be messy.
Oh,
in that way. Because
totally.
they're like, oh, there's somebody here acknowledging that this needs to be taken care of as well. And
Yeah.
it's not just, you know, the physical element.
I think that's actually a huge part of it is, the permission to be messy, or the other thing that's really heartbreaking that they told us a bunch during the course is that a lot of women after they give birth will say like, wow, I didn't know how much I would lose my dignity or how agonizing this process was going to be, because I love medicine, like the medical institution, so don't get me wrong, but like because of how it's set up, it can be very dehumanizing when you're going through
Yeah.
something, right? So
Because they
having
take
the
care of
person
your
there.
life,
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
of all,
exactly.
rather than your mental health. They're not thinking so much about that, but about something that is very physical and
Yeah,
tangible.
they're
in the
doing-
moment, they're doing their job.
Very necessary work.
Well, and also
Um,
even just
yeah.
as sad as it is, there is such a thing as the pressure of how many beds do we have? How quickly we're moving this
And
process along, and
some people are great, and some people are not so great, and not very nice, and maybe shouldn't be doing a job like this, but they are, so. So yeah, it's having the person there who the whole time is just like, I'm here for you, and it's actually kind of amazing, like there's fewer medical interventions needed, like less emergency C-sections, less, like, just, births are still better when you have someone there who's going like, I care about you the whole time.
and acknowledge elements. of
Surprise,
joy.
surprise!
I know, right?
Mental health matters!
Like, our conventional minds blow when we hear that, but it's so obvious.
Do we want to do a little check-in if we have new
Oh.
viewers?
We have 5 viewers right now.
Hey,
Hey,
hi,
viewers!
Hi.
I'm sure, was it Caitlin?
Caitlin is on top.
Share, there's a link at the bottom of the YouTube image that you're seeing there. There's a link that you can share that will share directly to Facebook, share directly to Twitter, or copy it and send it in an email or in a text and share it. Get more people online.
We're not, sit down, have dinner with us. You don't need to be, you can do whatever you want.
And there's only just over 3 hours more of us being like, that's it, and then
Time's running out.
You think about it, that's like, just a quick dive into
12
it.
hours.
that we-
Yeah,
we-
that's
We're already
12
like
hours.
almost 9 hours in. man.
Yeah, exactly,
This is impressive, ladies.
right?
It's been
Yeah.
fun.
I'm impressed.
It's fun. Yeah.
Good
Sit
work.
around, good conversation, good food, and.
Did you do it?
There's a little bit too much nothing happening though. I mean, there's been a lot of talk to
Damn straight.
and it's good.
So should we just sit in silence?
I don't know, I think Michelle's having a nap, so that's a good use of the nothing
Okay.
time,
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not that we should sit in silence, it's just, what is do nothing? Like, what is that? We haven't watched TV, we did listen to some music, we sat around, but, we're also trying to engage with everybody out there. And,
It's like,
It's
more
work.
direction.
Not
Just
work.
say, no, just, oh my God, just walk in the door. No, just walk in the door.
Yeah,
Just sit down. Just
I get mean. I get very mean. Because
You don't know how to sit? Just sit down.
I have to. I make her walk into the room.
Many
15
times?
in a row.
Until
I
she
make her
gets-
take off
gets it.
shoes.
I'm just a very focused individual when I come in. I'm just like,
And I'm like, you, environment, who's there? Who are you coming to?
doing the game.
Who are we talking to, right? Like, it's just, I do. Actually, I wanna say this to our viewers. I think that's a really fun thing. I know that my teachers love this when I say this usually. I made them, the first couple of weeks, I made them not say sorry for when they're acting specifically. Not outside of it, of course, right? But when you're actually doing the scene, the fact that you're apologizing to me because you did something and then I'm redirecting you, we don't need that energy wasted in that. Why would you do that, right? Just keep going. And then what happened is that I started apologizing because nobody was apologizing. If you're Canadian, that's
fascinating. A lack of sorry going on in your room, and so you.
I had to fill it in, and then somebody turned and goes like, no, sir, sorry. And I'm like, oh my God.
So interesting.
My German boyfriend says that this has been a shock to the system. He's like, are you guys are sorry for being alive? I don't understand what's happening. Everything. He said, you're walking, you're sorry about walking. You want something, you're sorry about wanting it. It's just, it's a lot,
Right?
it's a lot.
Yeah, the
having
apology
that.
of being.
So sorry. For being the nicest people.
Sorry, I just need to grab this glass.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, sorry, I just need to get up this way. And like, oh yeah, sorry, can I get a coffee? Like, you're in like It's true though, right?
It's
I mean,
true,
it's
it's
I
true.
notice
Yeah.
when I'm working and if I'm on the phone with someone and they give me their name and I say, oh, I didn't get that. Why? Why am I sorry? I just didn't hear.
Right.
Could you get that? Could you say your name again? It's just weird how many little spots we place it in, I guess. Yeah.
And it was beautiful. It just makes you be more direct about what you're doing, especially when it comes to actors, right? Like they stop apologizing for making a choice. Then the next
Right.
step after I tell them something, the next step is being like, okay, that was not a failure. That was just something different that that the director wants.
It was just,
Yeah.
or just something that just didn't
Find
work.
that came up
for
in
what
your
we're trying to
writing
do.
book.
Like
bit.
saying sorry.
Just as you're writing this book about, you
This
know,
is interesting, you
self-loathing,
think,
self-hate,
yes.
was this at any point in, you know?
I don't think it was in the writing. I think it's because sorry is one of those default things you say, whereas writing, you're kind of thinking a little bit more about what's
Right.
coming out. So that, well, although other sort of softening words, I'm trying to give you an example, of course, and now I can't, but where instead of just saying like, the idea, you kind of lead into it with a couple of like, although blah 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 or whatever.
You're
you know.
justifying
That's what I mean,
sort
like
of
a
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So definitely, so, or just using the word just.
Yeah.
Just using the word just. So yeah, definitely had to take some of that out in the process. Yeah.
Because you are writing your opinion, right? You
Yeah.
are, and you're gonna stand by it and, you know, be ready to receive whatever people think about it. So yeah, it's very vulnerable, so you will
Totally.
find
Yeah.
ways, well, don't worry about it, it's just me, you don't have to agree.
This is just my
this works for me.
Yeah. Oh,
I
especially.
am
act-
writing
yeah.
to you to let you know that.
This was my experience. It might not be your experience. And yeah, actually, I had a few people read the book as I was, working on it to get feedback, and I got a lot of like, your introduction is just full of you apologizing for the fact that you've written this book. I'm like, right? Yeah, should probably take that out. Because it's one of my mom's best friends who I grew up with and is just a brilliant woman. She's one of the people who read it for me. And in her feedback at one point, she said, like, as the author, you are the authority on this. And just having that phrase kind of,
Yeah, the root of the word, right?
oh, right.
Wow.
And then, of course, I had to be like, am I confident enough to say that I'm an authority on this? And I didn't for a very long time, but you just decide,
Yeah.
I guess
Am I the authority on my own process? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're not talking about everybody else's process, you're talking about your process, and maybe that will help other people.
Right.
It's so funny, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, boy.
How are we doing over there, ladies? There seems to be an awful lot of work.
We had to, we gotta keep it up on the social media.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I know, they just a little shot away.
Oh, we can.
Yeah,
oh,
we
yeah.
can.
Yeah,
We can.
these are great
Why
chatting.
don't we
I love
do
it.
a quick social media?
And there was, receiving the
Oh,
money had to happen.
social plug?
Yeah.
Sure. So on Instagram and Twitter, I'm Ms. MS, Andrea Joy, Joy being my middle name. Oh, there you go. My phone's over there, so when I leave, I'll just respond to it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be recorded, so we can refer
Perfect.
back.
Oh, no, hold on, 3 viewers. Who over there is actually watching the feed?
Pardon me?
Anybody over there watching our feed right now?
No.
I was just wondering, because there's the three people. Hi, 3 people. Hi, 3 people who are staying with us.
We're inviting people.
Yeah.
We'll
We
be
need to
inviting.
talk very soon about all these wonderful prizes.
Yeah, we've got to start showing some of those.
Like,
And we should start putting things into a.
Well, we need to draw them.
Draw something right at the end,
I guess so. We can
That makes sense.
contact
People have time to donate
send
the
us
whole
something.
day.
Yeah.
REA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Are you on
Yeah.
Instagram or
Yeah.
Twitter? Instagram. It's so ms.andrea Joy, Joy.
Sorry, Miss?
Ms.Andrea Joy.
Yeah.
Good half hour.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
All of them.
I think that's the right way to go.
Hey, you found me. Theoretically.
I'll check my phone too.
The cat, that's my cat. Marie, Miss Gertie Marie. She's the best.
Birdie's cute.
Yeah, I take so many pictures.
Do it.
And one of my friends now, I think she's gonna regret this. She said, just because I was talking about how many pictures I take of my cat, she's like, message me all of them.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
was
do
like,
this
no,
one.
you don't want that. There's a lot of photos.
And
She's
if
like,
you
no, I'm
use
not
it,
kidding. Just
swap it.
all of them. So every day I'll be like, here's the cat to the
Because I
day.
don't know that we
So
can,
far
like,
she likes it. Yeah.
Yeah,
everybody
there-
likes it, nobody will, like,
a few months,
Yeah.
and we'll see. No, it never gets old.
have to just.
We have cute animals. I
Cute animals are the best.
Yeah.
Also,
I
you
don't-
know what? I also
Yeah.
love cute babies. I love it. All the cute things, you know, just
as opposed to
post
massive,
the cute ones.
I go through phases.
You don't
Yeah,
always
I
like
like
babies.
There are phases.
So-
No, like with everything.
Right.
And by including Instagram. Sometimes it'll be 3 photos a day for a good couple
Sure.
of weeks, and then sometimes there'll be no photo for 6 months.
Oh, that's a long break.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll have
it's
like
yeah,
a few days where I don't post a photo. Anyways, you guys should just say your handles.
Okay.
Even though,
So
for the 3, it was 3 viewers a few minutes ago. I don't even know where to look and see this.
We
This
see
is the
3
best
viewers, 3 viewers, and I see myself in a very unflattering place.
Yeah, but these are super cute.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
For 3 viewers, please follow our production company. We would very much appreciate that more than anything. It'll be B Color Productions on Instagram.
At B Color Production.
And
Just the letter B or B?
BE because it's Bailey and Elisa
Oh,
Vetcha.
cute. I love
Yeah.
it.
Speaking of simple names. B Color Productions, and color is spelled COLOR. Productions.
The American spelling.
The American
How can you pick the American spelling?
We had a conversation about
Sure.
this, so it was more of a, okay, and hey, you know, live and learn, but in our case, we decided to make it more to a broader audience.
So.
And it's not, I learned to write color with a U. I don't know. Yeah,
It was me.
It was, thank you.
I know, and it's not because I'm announcing Canada.
No, are you sure? Now might not be the time to renounce.
Yeah, no, really not. Really should have gone with the OUR. But, yeah, so that's how you can find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Mhm. And then if you follow one of our social media accounts, then you can easily find it on Facebook as well. So we don't have Twitter yet, but stay tuned.
The thing with Twitter is you gotta have time. You gotta have someone who's gonna put in quite a bit of time to fill
part
it
of
in. So.
Occasionally tweets,
That
or
is
watch,
true.
you know, which is fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think we're gonna take off soon.
I guess I probably should too. It's almost 7.
Yeah.
We gotta go. Gotta call my dad. It's his birthday today.
Oh my gosh!
Mhm.
Yay.
Thanks so much, you guys.
Yay!
Napkin. We got a couple of snacks.
Wait, before you go though, what's the Shanley play you're doing again?
The Dreamer.
Okay, I don't know that one. And
Good.
I thought I knew all
Yeah.
of Shanley's plays, so you need to say
That is
something
good
about
because
it.
this is, okay.
Is it an older one or a newer one?
Or you have.
I think-
Who's not part of the thing that's sitting there going.
Yeah.
Could you? Yeah, and then they.
I think it's a little bit of an older one because it's quite popular. It's been there've been quite a few productions of
Okay.
that play. Yeah, there's a reason why people love doing it.
This is your 2 hours to do.
We've mentioned this before. It's very,
2 hours to social media.
there's something that anybody, like everybody can relate to.
I think, yeah.
Mhm.
And betrayal,
Oh,
love,
thank you.
family bonds,
It's great.
essentially moving moving forward.
So
Quite a few
of
existential, of course,
Yeah.
at any given point we'll have an existential crisis. So, yeah, so I'm very happy and look forward to seeing you at our meeting.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't have all my things.
Sorry, Andrea, I didn't mean to ignore you.
Welcome.
Oh, no.
Now,
I'm gonna have to take off pretty soon.
you just
I have to-
birthday party, right?
Yeah, so I have to call my dad for his birthday and then go to another birthday party.
All
So,
the birthdays.
I know, it's a birthday heavy time apparently. But first I'm gonna eat some of your guys' cheese.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't have it.
Because my parting thought will be that cheese is God's gift to us. And we should always eat it.
Was that? I was just listening to
Good.
So
good.
how did you even crack this open? It was the whole thing about spoiling, like, how brave do you have to be or something like that to, like, if your milk goes bad and your goes bad, that's common. It's really awful, and now you put it on everything.
Right.
You don't even know it, now you have cheese.
I know, it's a weird thing to think about, like, who was the first person that went, this will be good. We should eat this. And yes, someone did, and we all owe them our lives.
Gratitude. Kind of the law. Seriously.
Very festive scene.
Oh yeah, the flashing green,
Yeah.
like it's ready for Christmas.
The brake lights.
Especially if it, yeah, alternated a little bit more, but I like it. I like it a lot. Seems like you ladies have had a pretty good day here.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been fun. How's being a comedian going?
Oh my God, it's terrifying.
It
really is.
Oh, I imagine. It sounds like
I
a
think
scary
I've
thing.
reached the point that it's easier.
Good.
Or it'll be the second time I've actually performed. But it's an interesting thing, like as an actor, I don't get nervous.
Right.
I get excited, but I don't get nervous. But the first time I got like in front of the class, stuff, like
Sure.
shaking and just like my heart pounding and
Mhm.
it was just a really strange,
That was
vulnerable
great.
thing.
That was great.
So
Yeah.
I did let it sort of clear my nervous system. Now I think I'm okay. I mean, we'll see tomorrow.
And is it sort of your class showcase tomorrow, or because you guys already did the Chicks at the Mic tonight?
In August, yeah, that was.
Unless we got that.
I wasn't really
that. So, and then I ended up doing a stand-up comedy class subsequent to that. And so then Kat, who put together the one, they graciously asked me to do that one. So,
Love it.
yeah, yeah, so I'm working some of that material again that I learned in class. It's kind of my brain as far as being a creator. That's like the way you ask.
Yeah.
You're asking.
Awesome.
I don't know, an artist finds it. Watercolors or oils. Slam poetry or stand-up comedy or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I think there's something about, like, getting up in front of people and being like, I'm gonna be funny now.
I
Which has gotta be
know.
this, just so scary.
So arrogant.
Well, but like, no more so than other performance things, right? To get up and be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna be, tragic, or I'm gonna sing beautifully for you, or whatever.
Turn around a bunch of times and impress you.
It's gonna be amazing. But I don't know, I feel like for many of us, there's something about being funny that's more scary. It's like
Yes,
more.
because you know immediately, like, if
That's
you're doing
true.
something dramatic, unless you hear people, sniffling, you don't know whether you reach them, but
That's
you know
true.
immediately
It's just
if
like
you say your punchline and there's silence.
And it doesn't So where do you get your material from? What's like, I guess, is it, what style of, or what things are you working on?
I'm looking in the sort of rant genre.
Great genre. I love it. And I think more
Inspired by
relation.
Mercer, I guess. Yeah, just sort of the annoyances of life and
Yeah.
growth. And
Space,
that's
Like,
what
let's say you're in a
more
what, you were in a hair
than
It's all about your hair.
Well, once you have your Netflix
Well,
comedy
that's
special,
my Netflix
you will be
special.
working a lot more things into it.
Longer
Right.
setup.
Yeah, 5 minute setups for the
I think
day.
everyone
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think you have to do like 2 successful open mics. And then Netflix will be like, sure, what the heck.
See where it goes.
Exciting.
Like, it's
No.
I'm
checking
on
how
sad
our
that this student here, you know, we might
I
come back.
know. That's the worst
Oh,
part
attaching.
of leaving is that I've been working with some of my best friends for so long, and I'm not going to see them every day. And then like the artists, the people who are like
It's true.
we get to see come through year after year and work with, and
Yeah.
and I know that there will be. I mean, some of those people also
And
work
it's
at
not that
Presentation
small.
House, and
It's
then
not
there'll be a
that
whole new
small.
crop of regular artists that work there that I'll get to know. And will be wonderful, but I'm gonna miss all you guys. That's a lot.
I have 2 little ones.
It'll be a nice change for you, though.
Mhm. Yeah. Doing something different is good.
No, it's not go, yeah.
Especially when you've been doing the same thing for over 10 years.
Well, you moved up.
Yeah, it's true. I wasn't doing the same thing. I was
Yeah,
just in the
but
same
it's-
role.
Deal with
Yeah.
wherever they are.
Yes, correct.
That's true.
And that.
Yeah, I worked at York for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Since 2001, and I left in
So it's high.
2016.
Oh yeah, so super long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you switch positions within the company as well?
Yeah, I started off
this
full
guy
time as
Cover it
a
all the time.
manager,
Because she always wanna put me in a
human
sort of
resources office
sweet,
manager kind of
deal
deal. And
skirt.
after I
And then
had
they, so
my
some people were,
youngest,
makeup artist has to
I
go
was
on the ground, go
looking
around.
part-time,
like,
like, this is
Sorry,
totally
sorry, sorry.
Right,
Oh,
so
I
I
like
would-
this view.
I was, I just would rather. So they were also.
I'm sorry.
Then I became the trailer,
Like the sunscreen.
Yeah.
which I did.
Yeah, if you draw it, then.
But you live.
Do
you live in Surrey?
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been
Okay.
really, really
Yeah.
good. But, I think we have strategies on how to.
That's more convenient for you then.
It is.
People keep asking me if I'm gonna move to North Van. So far, the answer is no.
I was gonna ask, I was.
Yeah.
So are you gonna get here, or are you gonna make the trip?
I guess.
Yeah,
how it goes.
not.
Yeah, see how it goes. Turns out you don't have to decide all that right off the
No,
top.
and I guess the sea bus is pretty awesome stuff
Getting
that's
to-
out there. that-
Yeah, it's so close to this, and actually I'm hoping I'll test it out and see how it goes. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, I mean, it's straight uphill, but it's only like 3 blocks.
Navigate.
Oh,
yeah.
odor,
But I'm
what
gonna
to do,
see if it works to
to
ride my
really
bike
fun stuff.
there, cause I
And
bike
there's like
commute right now.
Yeah,
Ride my bike
exactly.
here in the mornings, and then probably
Yeah.
plan to just take the
Exactly.
bus back
The only
across.
thing I'll let you know that the
Afterwards.
Instagram that I did.
Yeah,
they
that's
do
a long
1
ride.
hour Olympic.
I know.
Go right down to
I
west
don't know
and
if
then.
you
All the way around.
Yeah.
It's true, but
Or
it takes
I
about the
guess
same
the
amount
other
of
way.
time. You know what, I looked at the Google Maps and it takes about the same amount of time as the transit, so. Yeah.
Really?
Instagram is
It's
very.
just under an
attractive
hour
when it comes to
either
stories.
way, most of the
Where
time
is
being the
it?
bus to the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause you could always ride to the sea bus.
It's true.
Or ride part way.
But this is also not wanting to have to buy a bus pass
You can
scenario.
ride
Because the Tucson bus pass.
That's
Yeah, they are to see if it's not, but if it winds up being just too far, then yeah, I'll probably just ride my bike or just to bus.
Pick up water, like let's say
Yeah, because the winter might, that might be a.
I know people do it. I know people do it, but.
winter.
Well, I
In the
used
dark
to,
and the wet and the cold
I
and
used
the
to
safety
always
of
do
that.
it, and the wet isn't so bad because I got all the grocery gear stuff. But now that it's started actually snowing in the winters, and the roads, the past 2 winters, there's been a period of about 2 weeks where it's just thick ice.
Yeah.
Super thick ice on the roads.
Like Monday to.
And I'm not gonna bike on that.
Yeah.
That doesn't
so-
seem like a good idea at all.